Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm Will Dragon, and this is the continuation of our All Quiet in the Trenches series. Now, when we ended last time, I was very happy to show you this scene, to show you what we ended up having. And I've just gone straight in to record this episode straight after the last one, because quite frankly, I am so terrified of losing Menk on this attempt to do a no soldier death run that I need my good recovery. And the fact that we have it, the fact that we have good weather, the fact that things are actually looking pretty good. Well, I didn't want to reload and get a really bad RNG roll, so I decided to just record the next episode straight away. So we have, for myself, literally just come off the battlefield where it did not go too well. It was not pretty. That was the last episode, which the rest of you would have seen 4 days ago. And, oh, okay, fair enough. What an embarrassment. Your troop seems to be missing a few people. Are they in the field hospital or left on the field? Or maybe just too ashamed of this defeat to show their faces. Anyway, at least you showed some fighting spirit. You are dismissed. Good. No work for a turn. I assume you gave us more food? Because even now, the quality of their rations is suffering from the current supply bottleneck. Nope. Menk and Fram belong to your troop. They do. They're in good hands. Your men are exhausted. I will give them double rations because I have a fair bit of food. Surely you remember the pig slaughter at the beginning of the year. After having cheap meat for a while, we are now feeling the consequences. Prepare yourself for smaller meat rations, and yet you want to take my meat off me. How dare you? Ooh, exceptional prestige. I'll be able to get another turn off with that. So I am going to offer to help to at least get that down, to go down by, should we say, 1 pip. Current workload, offer assistance, accept, leave, help in the field hospital. Linux, you love helping the people. And then I'm also going to say Dana, because I think you can recover really quick. I just want to get rid of 1 pip, just to really help my guys recover and keep them out of really, really bad circumstances. Because once again, Menk is seriously wounded, which I do not like. Hit next turn. Good. Straight week. No bad things happening. See that? Oh, very good recovery. Wait, but isn't he recovered? I guess not. Fram is now lightly wounded, and so back with me. Menk is still seriously wounded, which I do not like. He is 1 bad RNG roll away from disaster, quite frankly. Linux, the latrine is filled to the brim. We still haven't been resupplied. Let's hope it won't take too long. Been released from the field hospital. Your unit is tasked with guard duty. Do not hit next turn. So we are going to come back to the field hospital. Talk to her again. Current workload. Offer assistance. Accept. Ask for bandages. Accept. Take these bandages. Thank you. So I got some more bandages. I have 5 people's worth of work. I think I might just ask for a favor. Ask for a break. Very well. Thank you. Not going to be doing. That was a big hit. Didn't do that last time. I had quite a small hit. But of course, latrine duty is one of mine. That was a waste. I thought I'd get rid of latrine duty. Commit bow. Just in the hospital. It is very tiring work, but still I'm going to put Fram and Pedersen. The other 3 can recover. Oh, the other 2, sorry. One of them is, in fact, in the field hospital already. Let's hit neck. No, wait, sorry. Let's go. Do you know? No. 1 more turn of double. 1 more turn of double, then I'll hit single. Some of my men and I sat together in silence. Linux was engrossed in a newspaper. The picture of a steamship in it piqued my interest. What happened there? I asked, nodding my head towards the picture. Oh, it's a mess, said Linux. Exact words. One of our submarines has sunk the Arabic along with some American civilians. That's after the whole mess with the Lusitania. Dana drew in a sharp breath. The Lusitania was loaded with ammunition. Our navy had warned them in advance and had every right to sink them. Every right, yeah, Linux roared. They were civilians and children. Over 100 children, and almost all of them were killed. The naval blockade, with its starvation plan, has left the navy no other choice. We are soldiers here. We cannot influence the backlines that much. Anyway. Good. Another beautiful... Feverish added. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? He is now down to wounded. But still. That's exactly what I was terrified of. He's no longer lightly wounded. He is down to just a wounded, though. So it could be worse. No longer in harvest time. Tide removed. Oh, and strain removed. That's good. Hospital partly occupied removed as well. Okay. So yeah, that's exactly what I was terrified of. Luckily, he is just down to wounded now. Rations standard. We'll do that. We'll soon be relieving our comrades in the trenches. Make sure your people are ready. 3 turns. Menk has developed a severe fever. So of course then, that'll be Fram helping out once again. He really could do with a rest at some point though. Everybody else gets to rest, which is interesting. We've just lost the chance at harvest and a bit of extra food. Yeah, I think we'll leave it at that. Let's hit next turn. I found Dana early in the morning in a quiet corner, pensively watching the sunrise. He was startled out of his thoughts when he noticed my presence, but then greeted me properly and added, Happy Sedetag. Sedetag was a day of remembrance commemorating the surrender of the French army in the Franco-Prussian War on the 2nd of September 1870, after it had been defeated at Sedan the previous day. This victory had far-reaching consequences and led to the unification of the German Empire in 1871. After Germany had previously been a loose confederation of individual and independent principalities and kingdoms, as well as to the German annexation of Alsace-Lorraine. You too. You celebrated at home as well? Admittedly, back home in Alsace, the day was never celebrated in a big way. Even the Prussian officials knew that it wouldn't be a good idea to force such celebrations on my compatriots. He reported matter-of-factly, but then became pensive again. But it's still a special day for me. My grandfather fought at Sedan, on the French side. What does your grandfather think of you now? My grandfather was a soldier and served his country faithfully. I am a soldier and serve my country faithfully. My grandfather understood that immediately when I shared my intentions with him. My father was also a German soldier. Dana said calmly. He continued in a somewhat more somber tone, but I know that it wasn't always easy for him. Not with my father, not with me. It still isn't. Especially on this day. Or well, actually on the 1st of September. That was the actual day of the battle. Now it's your turn to make history, and you wonder why people are suspicious. What does this mean for you? Let's hope your grandchildren are spared this dilemma and war. You'd think we'd had enough of that for the next few generations, I sighed. Dana nodded absent-mindedly. He looked perplexed. The thought that he might one day be a grandfather had not yet crossed his mind. After a few moments of silence, he said goodbye and left to begin his daily tasks. Well, more and more often we heard rumors that chlorine gas would now also be used tentatively in our section of the front. Of course, we had all heard about the Battle of Ypres and the resounding success of the gas. Today, gas masks had been distributed to all the troops. They said it was a trial run, just a precaution, to protect the soldiers. Nevertheless, it fueled our suspicion that there might be some truth to the rumors after all. Pedersen accidentally put his mask on backwards, which caused great amusement among the others. A few others then deliberately put theirs on backwards too. The large insect-like lenses tended to fog up immediately, so the men staggered around the camp with their masks on, looking like something out of a cabinet of curiosities. Personally, I found it difficult to imagine where this war might lead us. It was reassuring that we had the masks, but also unsettling that we would probably need them at some point. Yeah, he's still in there and he's still feverish. So, lightly wounded has been removed from Fram, so he's back at least. Good weather's also out the window. He didn't recover any of his, we say, tiredness status either, though, which is a little bit annoying, because treating a fever is not a tiring task, so he should actually still be able to recover. What have we got? Resupply came in. Fantastic. What does that put us up to? 8. I think I'm going to do a week of double rations again. The villagers are suspect. Right. So let's give us a week of double. Let's go for a patrol through the village. And I mean, I'd really love to send Fram to the pub, but I need him to treat that fever. I'm not going to send anybody to the pub. I'm going to keep the villagers on side. After the evening rations had been distributed, the men all sat together in front of the tents. One of the men talked about another troop where a soldier had been injured in his sleep by the splinter of an aerial bomb. The shrapnel had landed in the soldier's thigh through the tent canvas. After that, silence spread. Then Spitbauer spoke up. What kind of wimps are you to be impressed by such things? He said harshly. We march into battle against unculture, for German morality, and God is on our side. I let him have his way. It was just fine by me if the experienced man took away the fear of the others and motivated them. As long as it helped my people, I didn't care that Schmidbauer dehumanized our enemies in the process. Schmidbauer looked over at me and knew from my reaction that I didn't object to his behavior. Afterwards, he confidently continued to take the soldiers to task. No. The lieutenant had demanded that I accompany the patrols through the village personally, to make sure that everything was in order. When Linux and I arrived, the mood in the village was even more brooding than usual. The villagers were sullen, and no wonder. Madame LaRoche had told us that they'd recently received dire news. 2 of their men had been killed in battle. The women fell silent when they saw us, with no more than cold, angry looks for a greeting. What few children were out playing did little more than listlessly kicking an empty tin can. The mood seemed to affect Linux as well. Compassion crept into his eyes, and he slowed his step. He reached into his pocket to produce a little block of chocolate. I followed his uncertain gaze over to the children. Go on, go over to them. Oh, the gathered women quickly called their children back before they could take a piece. So it turns out the French do not like me at the moment. Yes, Menk is back. I've been released. Fantastic. Injury down, fever gone. Things are looking good. I don't even care the latrine is full. He's up to a very good recovery. Absolutely beautiful. Bram, however, is still very tired, which is annoying. Rations, standard, leave. So Fram definitely gets, that was Linux. Fram definitely gets a week off. Thanks, fever has subsided, you are correct. Prisoners of war, not a very tiring job, which is fantastic. So latrine duty, Spitbauer. Linux, and we'll go Dana again. Menk can recover. Bram can. I'm surprised Menk hasn't actually recovered at all. They usually do whilst lying around in the field hospital. Yep. Lieutenant von Karsbrook had just finished one of his inspections of our camp and was on his way to the next troop when Linux came up to me. He began to imitate the lieutenant's speech about the importance of preserving the shine of our uniform buttons. You are talking about the superior officer. He may seem mean, but all he really wants is a hug. Oh, no longer strange. Straight disappeared. Down to being tired. Also lost his wound. Absolutely fantasmical. Have your people be ready. Get my supplies. Got a grenade. I didn't realize I used both of mine in the last fight. Got ammunition and bandages. Let's go to the trench. And here we are in the trench. There is a little bit of artillery coming down. We need more space for reinforcements. And of course, let's have a quick look around. What do we have? Defensive position, ladders, barbed wire. Defensive position. And that be that. Oh, here we go. Machine gun nest. I would definitely want one of those. Right, so. Probably not this turn, though. So, build... big bunkers. Because I want more than one person fetching me rations, basically. Quite frankly, I'm going to send 4 of them. That should tie me over for close to 12 turns. Until, of course, my rations get blown up. But, spit power. What do you want to get yourself injured for? 4! They've already been blown up, haven't they? Our supplies were buried under rubble by an explosion. Ridiculous. Another communication trench collapsed. Absolutely ridiculous. Fetch rations. I genuinely cannot believe that. I truly can't. Right, should we try that again? And this time maybe actually be allowed to get some rations. I will send 4 people. I should be fine. Rations get blown up. Oh, he got wounded again. He is now in the field hospital. Wow. I've never actually seen that. I know it's a little bit dangerous to send them out when it's skirmishing. But... injured twice in a row? We did actually... I've only got 6 turns worth of rations. 3 people can only carry 2 weeks worth of rations. That's ridiculous. Well, never mind. Well, we've got 6 weeks worth of rations. You want to play a little trick on the French? Not really. Considering how my RNG is going, not in the slightest, to be honest. You and Linux. Bao was injured trying to carry out your orders. We took him to the hospital, but his wounds didn't look too bad. I think he'll recover. And Fram should know. He is a doctor. Do you know what? I'm going to go and build this. Although, again, skirmish, so maybe not the best time, but we'll see what happens. With my RNG, I shouldn't be pushing it. Well, at least nobody got injured. The skirmish is over. We do now have a machine gun position, which is beautiful. Let us chuck down some barbed wire as well. Although, hang on, what job do we have? Need someone to deliver a message to headquarters. That would be you. Setting up barbed wire would be... we'll go for you and you. Although, no, wait, actually, we'll go you and you. Because if I can start rotating people back to camp already, then it's fantastic. Roll out that bit of barbed wire. Something is going on in the French trenches. Is it? Is it really? And now we have holes in our barbed wire, so we have to go out and fix it. Oh, it's a 3-man job. I thought it was a 2-man job. A little bit rough. You, and... crap. Regard. And we're down to 5 turns worth of rations. 4 turns worth of rations. Everything looking pretty good. Would have been the conference I was supposed to attend. We were always told this war would not last long, and I believed them. You did not say that, and I wanted to thank you for that. Your restraint at the time probably even helped me not to let everything tear me apart, but to let it go bit by bit. What do you find, Menk? The French are preparing an attack. Oh, brilliant. That's the last thing I want to hear. Be nice if that, get material. How about get ammunition? The French are coming. We'll send you. Get material. I mean, seriously, what a joke. I have to go and tire my troops out getting material when the French are about to turn up. Ridiculous. We'll have you two. We're going to come back here. We're going to... additional tasks. Fetch ammunition. No, not you. You. No, not you. You. Give me some more ammunition. Next turn. Engagement in 1. Dick. It was a lie. The French aren't here. I wish. He's no longer tired, at least, so he'll recover pretty well once all this is over. Everybody else is ridiculously exhausted. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to end this episode there. A little bit shorter, but the last episode was also a little bit longer, and I don't want to push another 45 to an hour minute episode. So this one, I'm going to choose to cut short, and when we come back, we will be on defense. And so until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed it. And until we see you again, as per always, I truly hope that you can stay safe, happy, and healthy.